Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Right Path podcast, where being an author, an actual author, still matters. Folks, this is the podcast that is for authors, it's about authors, it's by an author. And this is where we come together to share our journeys, to explore our creativity, and to examine the why behind it all. Our guest today is a remarkable young lady. She is an author and a speaker, and she wrote the book How I Survived the Killing Fields, a story of hope, love, and determination. Please welcome to the show, Sara M. Sara, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, I appreciate it very much. Thank you for stopping by. And uh, this is an incredible story. The more I read about it, the more I'm amazed at what you had to go through. Before we really dig into all this, why don't you just tell everybody a little bit about who is Sara and, what's your story?
Okay, sure. My name is Sarah M. I currently live in Florida in United States, but originally I grew up in Cambodia. And when my country went through a war, when the regime switched to communism, I struggled through the system and tried to survive. It took me 4 years, and thank goodness I'm alive. And I'm grateful that I was able to survive. And here I am, that able to tell the story so that the world will know what happened to Cambodia for 4 long years.
Wow. No, when you mentioned it took you
So
four.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. No, I want to share the story that I hope it will benefit the listener.
Okay. Wonderful. Now, you said it was 4 years that you were sort of fighting this. You were in a labor camp. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, for people who don't know what that is, what was that like?
The labor camp is when when they put us in the work camp. My work camp is the rice field. We all work in the rice field,
Hmm.
and the rice field is in the open air all day long, work in the heat. Cambodia is a tropical country, very much like Florida. It's a little hotter than Florida. So the temperature is most most likely in the 90s and hundreds. So it's quite hot, but we were forced to work in that heat for all day long, and we received very little food and very little time to rest. Pretty much no rest time. We work 7 days a week,
Hmm.
15 hours a day, and we got very little time to sleep. So uh, very soon, a lot of people got sick, and I got very sick. And we did not have any doctors or anything to anybody to help us to get better. So it's when you get sick, it's pretty hard to get well again because you cannot go to buy the medication. You cannot go to get anything over the counter to help you get better. There's nothing sold. The country was pretty much closed, like shut down. The whole country was shut down. There's nothing to buy, nothing to sell. It's not like a normal life like we live here. It's now.
Wow. I mean, that's what the definition of communism, really. That's what happens in those countries, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I am I am very open to talk about it
Hmm.
because I don't want to see other countries to go through like we did. If people don't know what happened to Cambodia, most likely there's a more country will get into the same trap. That's why, I'm willing to talk about it and ready to share my experience.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate that you're willing to do that. I'm sure lots of other people do too. Um, Now, when did you come to Florida?
I came to Florida 20 years ago, but I live somewhere else in the United States.
Okay.
So I live in about 4, 5 states. But I arrived in United States in 1981.
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
it's a long time now.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sure.
become my hometown now.
Well, I'm glad that you're happier here. That's for sure. How old were you when you were in the labor camps?
I was 21. 21. It's
Wow.
old enough for them to push us to the limit, you know.
Hmm.
Uh, um, I yeah, I was in a group, the single group. All of us are single, man and woman. In my camp, there was 1,000 people, 1,000 of us. And
Oh, wow.
they separate us. The man sleep in one area and the woman sleep in one area, but we work in the same field. Um, Pretty harsh,
Wow.
very sad. The yeah, the man, especially man, that need more food than women, but they cannot get any more food. They eat just a little bit, just like us. So a lot of men that cannot survive.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's
So you were there for 4 years from 21
mhm.
to about 25, it sounds like, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
How did that end? How did you finally get out of there?
I escape.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I escaped twice during that 4 years. The first time, the first escape was uh, escape out of the infirmary. Um, Within the first year, I was very sick, and when I was too sick to go to work, they don't want me to stay at the shelter. They want all the sick people go to the infirmary. It's a place like a hospice
Hmm.
for the sick people to stay until the time you die
Yeah.
or you get better. But there's no chance to get better because we are all very sick and we accumulate more disease when we live in a small place when everybody have the sickness.
Right.
So when I was put in that place, the first time I realized that I would not get better if I stayed there. So I decided to sneak out. But I have um I was afraid to get out because I don't know where to go. Where else can I go? The only let's see, I have very limited option. I can stay there or I can get out by to the workplace. And the other option is to run away from the whole group. But but that's is very hard for me. I don't know where to go and I have no energy because when you are sick, you just don't have any energy. So for me to resolve that, I pray. I pray and ask God. I say, God, please help me. I want to live. I want to survive. My whole time, I was thinking about going to find my family. So when all this happened, I was far away from my family. I went to the capital city to attend college. So my whole family are back home in in the like a village. So when the communist regime took over, they cut down the whole they shut down the country. So that means I have no way to go home.
Wow.
And I I I was totally separate from my family. We don't have a telephone or a way to communicate to find out what happened to each other. We don't have anything to communicate. So my mind was thinking about my family. My mother just recovered from this. She had an accident and she became paralyzed. So uh, when I was still at home, I was taking care of my mom until she got better. 4 years later, she was able to walk again. So with this experience, with this bond, I was close to my mom. I was the only daughter, the oldest daughter. So we were very close. When the communists took over, when I got separated from my family completely, all I was thinking about was my mother. How could I be back home to help out? She
Right.
just recovered from a long sickness. I need to go home. So that's what I was fighting for. I want to survive so I can help out my family.
Mm.
So now back back to the infirmary. How to get out from the infirmary? Well, I believe there is God. There's a long story. I explain it in the book about
Sure.
why I believe there is a God.
Okay.
But for the sake of time here, I believe that there is God, but I don't know real, the true God, anything. But I totally believe God is up there and He know what's going on. So I start to pray. I said, the only option I have now is God. So I ask God, please, please help me, God, help me to live. And I pray to God every night. I have to be careful not to let anybody see because this communist regime, they don't believe in any religion.
Mm.
Not Buddhism, not Christian, not nothing, nothing. They don't believe in anything. So I had to be careful. But I keep praying in the dark. And then one morning when I woke up very early, I realized that I have a little extra energy today. So maybe I'll sneak out. So that my first escape, escape from the infirmary. I I got out very early. Nobody saw me. And when I got to the workplace, there's one kind young woman saw me and she was a kind person. I think maybe God direct me there.
It's possible. Yeah.
So yeah, this woman saw me and she feel bad for me and she tried to help me. And she's a team leader. She said, "Okay, you can stay in my group, and I'll find you something to work to do." In this camp, you cannot not doing anything. You have to do something in order to receive a little bit of food. You have to do some work. So when she realized I'm too sick, So she went to the kitchen and talked to the people that work in the kitchen. This kitchen is the place where they cook all the food to feed 1,000 people.
Wow.
So she asked, yeah, she asked them to see if they can use my help in the kitchen. So of course they welcome me to help out in the kitchen. So there we go. I I believe that God answered my prayer. So God knows where I need to be to to survive.
Yeah.
So I stayed there for several months. I
Okay.
feel better because I don't have to work in the intense heat like everybody else.
Right.
And I got more access to food and got some time to rest and sleep better. So eventually I look better and feel better. And they didn't let me stay there for long. When they saw me look better, feel better, they pulled me out from there and said, no, you don't need to be here. You need to go work in the rice field.
Wow.
But but I am grateful that I had that opportunity to recover. If I didn't have that opportunity, I probably didn't make it. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think, huh?
So yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So when they put me back in the rice field, so my health start to decline again. So I'm in and out of the hospital, the hospice place.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know my way now.
You actually made it out of the hospice. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So for 4 years, I worked in the rice field, except the break in the kitchen.
Right.
So at the end of 4 years, they moved the camp closer and closer to the jungle. They move us. The camp is it's just us. I'm talking about the people. They move the people into the jungle. When I realized that we are going to the jungle, I was disappointed. I woke up. I said, no, I am not going to keep moving with them because my goal is to go find my family. And the jungle is the dead end for me.
Mm.
I don't want to keep going. So that's when the thought of escaping come to my mind. Because because if you don't do anything, they will drag you deeper and deeper.
Mm. That's
So
insane. Oh my gosh.
yeah. So when I thought about this escape, it's a lot of fear because we are surrounded by armed guard. They watch us all the time. They have gun. If we do anything now to follow their rule, we can get shot. But at this point, I'm willing to risk my life because if I cannot go back to find my family, my life is not really worth living. That's what I was thinking. So
Yeah.
I rather risk my life than keep going with them. So I thought, well, my body is getting frail and I cannot do the escape by myself. I talked to three of my friends, my good friend that I trust, and I asked them if they want to go with me. And all of them say yes, I'll go with you. So I get a little bit a little bit more courage. Uh, So we make plan to sneak out, and we thought that going out at nighttime will be better because the guard cannot see us at nighttime.
Right.
You know, the jungle is very dark. It's at nighttime, it's black. You can't see anything.
Wow.
So so it's just like if you ever go camping, but the camping area in this country, you still have some light. But the real jungle, there's no light anywhere. It's very dark. So
Hmm. So
so we
did your friends go with you?
yeah, yeah,
So the
yeah,
four of you escaped.
yeah, all of us escaped. So we took a little bit of rice. You know, during our travel, when they move us into the jungle, each one of us they give a big bag of rice to carry. So we punch the bag and get a little bit of rice to bring with us. Otherwise, we don't have food to eat. So that's all we got. We got a little bit of rice and one set of clothes, and we walk out. And thank goodness the guard didn't see us. They didn't. The guard cannot see us, and we just going, keep moving. We don't know what direction, but we were just guessing to track back to where we came from.
Hmm.
So that's the only way we guess. But our guess was right. We um we get out. We get out of the jungle. And when the next morning come, we turn around. We didn't see any guard watching us. So we were so happy. We are free. We are free. So that was so, we were so happy. And we keep walking, keep walking. Um, as soon as we saw somebody, we asked for direction to go to my hometown. And during our trip there, I was wondering why these people are so free. They walk around. They don't stay in captivity like us. I have no idea why they are so free. But later on, I found out after a long walk, struggle for maybe more than 100 miles of walking. Um, I don't know exactly how long, but finally I got to my hometown. I looked for the house that we used to live in. My house was destroyed.
Oh my.
Um, there's no more house. And I look around, look for my family. I didn't find my family. But I keep looking and asking, and finally I thought about my aunt. I have an aunt who used to be a nurse back in the day before the war.
Hmm.
So I thought about her and said, maybe she's still alive. So I went to the hospital, and this in this small city there is a hospital that just opened up after the war. And I went there and I asked for my aunt, and, and sure enough, I my aunt. So my aunt knows where my family live. So she told me where to go to find my aunt, to find my family. So
And did you find them?
I went and I found my family. I was
Wow. After
Yeah,
after more than
yeah.
4 years, huh?
My cousin, yeah, yeah. And they were so surprised. My mom did not recognize me because I was so out of shape. You know, you 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 calculate that I was 25, but I look like 95.
Hmm.
That's how bad shape I was. I
Ouch.
lost all my weight. I was so weak, so weak. It's like a walking skeleton. But after my mom found out that I'm alive and she was so happy, and I was asking her, where is dad? And she said, oh, your dad is riding the bicycle everywhere, asking people, have you seen my daughter? Have you seen my daughter?
Oh,
My dad went with his bicycle everywhere looking for me.
man.
Then my mom told me that the country had been liberated 4 months ago. The whole country was liberated for 4 months. And I didn't know I was still in captivity. So
Wow.
I, yeah, that's why I saw people walk around without restriction. Those people that I asked for direction, they were free, and I was not. But I'm so glad that I make a decision to escape. It's a life and death situation. But
Right.
sometimes you have to look out for your own future.
Right. Well, and you didn't know the country had been liberated, so you were making the only decision you could make.
Right. Yeah.
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 My goodness. My goodness. So, how long after you were reunited with your family did you get out of Cambodia?
More than a year. It took more than a year for me to recover, to
Oh, okay.
to gain energy, to feel like a normal person again. Yeah.
And then you got out of
And
there.
then my mom pushed me. She knows better, when she know that in my 25 at 25 years old, in the country that have no law, no protection, no rule or anything, very chaotic. So I can be a victim at any minute,
Hmm.
any hours. So she pushed me out. She said, honey, you need to go. I said, go where? I have been dreaming of this time to come back to the family, and now you push me. But she said, no, honey, you need to go out. And when you do better, you can come back and help us. And my mom had a cousin who came to United States, and he did not go back home. So she said, go look for him. Maybe he can help you out. So yeah, when I um, follow her direction to escape, so the only way we escape is to go to Thai border. Cambodia and Thailand are
Hmm.
next door to each other. So I find my way to the border. When I get to the border, I had to walk. But I did not go by myself. I went with my mom's cousin. And then when we get to the border, we also joined with a few other people that they want to cross the border also. So we go in a group of about 6, 7 of us
Okay.
cross cross a very dangerous border.
Wow. What made it dangerous? Was it because
Yeah,
the
but we didn't. When the nighttime is because of the guard,
Uh,
the Thai guard, they guard the border. They don't want the people from outside to come to the country.
gotcha.
But we went through the nighttime. There was a small river, there was muddy river, and the wood, the jungle. So we crossed over all that. Um, but when we got over to the other side, we found a refugee camp that the United Nations built it, established to receive people from Cambodia. At that time, there's a flood of Cambodian refugees that tried to get out of the country. So I was fortunate to find that refugee camp and register as a refugee.
Wow. And that got you out of there.
Yeah,
My goodness.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. My goodness.
And
So you decided to write your book to tell this story and let people know what was going on there?
yeah, I keep my story in my heart for 35 years. After 35 years, I feel like I have enough courage that I have forgiven. I have no anger left, you know. Yeah, the memory is still lingering. Yeah, still remember, but I try to forget most of everything. I don't want to remember anything. But when the time comes that I want to write the book, I have a hard time remember because I forgot a lot of them already because I didn't intend to write a book or anything.
Right. You were just living, trying to get through it.
Yeah, try to
Yeah.
get through it.
Totally
And
understand.
yeah, some friend encouraged me to write the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were writing the book, most of us when we're writing a book, we're writing it to somebody or writing it for somebody. What was your purpose in writing this book? Who were you writing it to?
I did not have any idea in mind at that time,
Okay.
but I was thinking about my friend, my close friend.
Uh,
Uh, One by one, they approached me. They want to know my background. They asked me you know, uh, what was happening to my life. So one by one, when I decide to write, my picture is to my friend, my close friend that want to know about my journey.
I see.
So it's like writing to a friend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. How long did it take you to write the book?
It probably take me about 6 months.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
fast, actually. That's not bad.
Yeah. Once I decided to do it, I was motivated. I wrote almost every night.
Ah,
So
okay.
I was a night person,
Got it.
every night before I go after I finish everything, I start to sit down and write. And I share with one of my close friends when she found out that I'm writing a book, she said, send it to me so I can, give you some idea. So
Right.
so I sent it to my friend and she gave me her input. And originally I was very detailed. And she said, Sarah, it's too much. Too much. Just get to the point.
Well, get to the point.
Yeah, I was, long-winded and all that. And she said, well, cut down some. So my book is my book is not a big book. It's only here. Oh,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
That's still a good sized book,
Yeah,
though. All right.
yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. I love All right. I love it. Did you go through a traditional publisher or did you self-publish that book?
I do a hybrid.
Oh, a hybrid. Okay.
Hybrid. I I pay for a small publishing company.
Hmm.
They they help me put into the book and publish it.
Okay. Great. So now you have to market the book, right? And get it out there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't did We did not even put it on Amazon. I had the book with me and I put it on my website. Uh, so when people want to buy the book, they can go to my website.
Okay.
But I saw a lot in my community because once I published the book, a lot of people want invite me to come to speak in the community.
Hmm.
So every time I speak, I sold a lot of books.
Wow. All right. Now you sounds like you've been doing quite a bit of speaking. Is that true? I think I lost you for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was just asking if you what kind of speaking you've been able
In the
to do.
community, I spoke in my community
Excellent.
to a different group.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great way to sell
But I
books for
want to
sure.
speak more now that now that I gain more confidence after I speak for a while. It's
Hmm.
been 10 years now. So I'm willing to speak at any place that they want to hear the story.
That's great.
Uh,
That is great. Okay. Well, I mean, congratulations on getting the book out, on getting the hybrid publisher. Sounds like was that a good experience for you using the hybrid publisher?
yeah, it's a good experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
For an experienced writer, I that's my first try to write a book.
Okay.
I I have no idea how I have no idea how to write it. My my publisher, the hybrid company, suggests that I record it and then do something. No, I'll just go write it. I'm writing it myself.
Excellent.
One or two page, yeah, one or two page at a time. So
And you said you wrote pretty much every
I
day, right?
almost every day. Yeah, at night time.
Yeah.
I'm I'm good at night. It's quiet. Nobody disturb me. I'm pretty focused at night, so I write. Mm.
Well, I'm so glad that you were able to escape from that just, awful setting. You seem like you're doing pretty well right now in Florida. You seem pretty happy. What are you doing in Florida? What do you do?
Uh, I semi-retired now.
Oh,
I'm
congratulations.
I work part-time. I run my own business.
Okay.
I I I provide health and wellness uh event. I am a event planner, health fair, health seminar, and helping health and wellness business to gain exposure in the community. So I'm trying to support our business as well as bring health and wellness to the community. So that bring me joy.
Nice. And the name of your business is Smart Healthy Living, right?
Smart healthy living.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Where can folks find out more about Smart Healthy Living in case they want to look into what you're doing and maybe support you with doing that?
Well, smart healthy living. I used to have a website, but since the COVID, the pandemic is everything slowed down. I did not have that website anymore, but now I have used just the Facebook page.
Okay.
Facebook page is go to facebook.com, look for smart healthy living, And also for my event page, a smart living health fair.
Ah, okay.
There's
And
2 pages.
that's for your event planning business.
Yeah, smart living health
Wonderful.
fair,
Okay.
the planning business.
Good
Yeah.
deal. Good deal. All right. I do have one more question for you, but before I get to that, how can folks get a hold of this book of yours?
My book is available on my website. Yeah, I have that website.
Okay.
It's Sara.com. It's SARAIM.com. And there's a book tab. You just click on book. You will see that one book and a couple other books that I collaborate with other writers.
Got it. Okay. And I'll make sure
Yeah,
that
there
website
are two or
is in our
three
show
more
notes.
books.
Yeah, I'll make sure that's in the show notes for sure, that website, because I have that one. So I'll make sure we publish that one along with the podcast. Um, all right, let me ask you one last question here, Sarah, and thank you so much for sharing everything that you have. It's just an incredible story of hope and perseverance that you've been through. What advice do you have for other authors who have not yet been able to get their book published, and maybe they're writing and they're hoping, but they haven't gotten published yet? Do you have any advice for those folks?
Well, it depends if they write, but they have a very good message to send to the world.
Hmm.
Why not publish it? There's so many options available now. You can go through a traditional, which I don't have experience. I cannot talk about that.
Right.
But I have experience with the hybrid. I have experience with self-publishing, which I collaborate with other writers.
Yeah.
We call it anthology, right? Anthology. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah, I wrote one chapter and with other people. So there's so many ways you can get your message out. I I said, don't keep it. Don't keep it in your for yourself. That's
Right.
selfish. Selfish. So
That's right. Oh my goodness, 100%. I love that. I love that advice. You got to share that with everybody. So, Sarah, I don't know how you made it through what you did, but the world is a better place because you made it through what you did. And God bless you for everything you've been through. It's amazing.
yeah, I want to encourage people. No matter what happened, if you have a positive outlook on your life, you can make it through. You have to have a goal. Like my goal was just to go back to my family,
Yeah,
to help out my family. That keep me going, keep me going. And other people have different goals, but you have to have a goal in mind, a purpose in your life. And we that what made me keep going is that I don't hold bitterness or anger. I don't move forward with anger. Um, I move forward with love. When you have love in your heart, you will do better in life. When you get rid of the resentment and bitterness and anger, your heart is clearer. You open up your heart for more love. So
that's beautiful.
it sometimes it's very sometimes it's very difficult to forgive. But if you live with unforgiveness, whatever it is, it destroys your life. You have to get rid of that darkness in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That
uh, that's what I want to share. Uh,
yeah. That is great advice, Sarah. It really is, and it's amazing you've been able to do that. It just really is with everything you've been through. All right. So, author of How I Survived the Killing Fields, A story of hope, love, and determination. Sara M. Sara, thank you for being on our show and for telling your story and for telling people how they can get a hold of your book. I hope everybody goes out and reads it and learns something from you. You're an incredible person. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to talk with you.
Yeah, thank you. Folks,
Thanks.
that's been another just incredible episode of the Right Path podcast, where the truth still counts and words, my goodness, still have power. This is the place where authors know that every page is a step forward. So let's lift each other up, let's dust ourselves off, and let's move forward together.